We've all heard the phrase by now, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. With me considering myself to be a mental alchemist, I consider that to be an alchemical phrase. Because all it's saying is when life gives you something, you make something out of it, right? When people hear the word alchemy, some people automatically go to witches and warlocks, standing above a cauldron with a neon green glow in the dark, bubbly, soupy mess. You know what I'm saying? With the eye of newt, the gunpowder, rat's tails, witchcraft. But that's not necessarily the case. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. When life gives you a bunch of raw components, it's your job to make something out of it, right? Alchemy is used everywhere because it's basically just turning a group of raw materials into something else. I mean, that's all it really is. Your chemistry teacher gives you baking soda and vinegar. You mix them together, you have thus created a chemical reaction. Welders, they took two big ass pieces of metal and they put their little lid down, they put them together, put the blowtorch on it, and now you have made two things into one. That's alchemy. Okay, for those of you that don't care about that type of stuff, let's talk about something that we can all reason with. When a man and a woman really love each other and they come together, pun intended, well, I guess only one person really has to do the coming, but nevertheless, like when that happens, when two people come together, they make a baby. Two components come together and a new thing is created from it. All of this is alchemy, right? So these are all the physical things. But what happens when we make this mental? When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Let's just change it up a little bit. When life gives you obstacles, you have to extract something from it, right? Life is going to throw things your way all the time. And the difference between you and the victim is the fact that when life gives you these lemons, when life gives you these obstacles, the victim is, why does this always happen to me? Things never work out the way that I want them to. Bah, boo hoo, cry baby shit. But when you know that life does this on purpose, you can now sit at this and look at this from a higher perspective and be like, okay, life is throwing some things my way. This is my opportunity to extract some wisdom from this, right? This isn't an obstacle. This is a challenge. This isn't an obstacle. This is a lesson. And once I overcome it, I'm going to be better for it. So yeah, life gave me something that at first was a little bit bitter, but due to my positive mentality, due to my non-quitter mentality, due to my warrior mentality, I made lemonade. I added my own sweetness to counteract the sour. Just like how good opposes evil. Just like how darkness opposes light. Whenever something bad happens to you, ain't you good? I mean, or at least working towards it. That's better than nothing. Add a little bit of sweetness to that sour. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, I've been using a little bit more corporate America examples lately. Corporate America, let's just say you wanted to get a job, and you didn't even get an interview. Oh, well, no one ever wants to hire me. Oh, I'm a loser. I'm never going to get a job. I'm going to die poor. With that mindset, you're getting exactly what you asked for. Otherwise, like for me, it's like number one, especially I got humbled my first time because I thought I went to Penn State. I'm guaranteed a job. I mean, I did get a job relatively quickly, but it was an ass job. I did not need to go to college for it. But nevertheless, but I got humbled when I'm putting out hundreds of applications and I'm getting ignored. I could take that and be like, oh, I'm undesirable, or I could go out and get some low-level experience, and or I can beef up my resume. I can get better at interviewing. You know what I'm saying? I could get better at networking and getting in touch with the right people. So yes, the obstacle of not being able to find a job early on motivated me to do better. You can't be insane. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. Well, I put out the applications and no one hired me. How many times have you applied? Well, I've applied to 5 jobs. 5. Well, how about we make a change? How about we increase the probability? How about we play the game more so there's more of a chance that we get to where it is that we want? You know what I'm saying? It's like you need to change that. Okay, you did your 8,000 applications. Okay, have you changed your resume? Do you have a general resume for the jobs you don't really care about but you'll take? Or do you have a resume that you have personally fine-tuned with all the keywords in that job description and on the company page? to get through the AI bot that screens the resumes before a human even looks at them. You see what I'm saying? Let's just say you're trying to get your PR, your personal record in the gym. Okay, you've been benching. Let's just say, keep it simple. Oh, lightweight. But let's just say you try to pump 225 or whatever. And you can do 135, 175, 185, 195. But when you can try to get to 225, everything just dies back. You're like, yo, why can't I get this bar up? Why can't I do it? Well, are you just going to keep pushing the bar and failing and almost like decapitating yourself when you drop the 2 plates, or the 4 plates, but the 2 plates on your neck? Or are you going to say, okay, let me humble myself and take a step back. Let me start doing more reps with the lighter weight. Let me start actually working something else out. Sometimes it's not even about the gym. You got to get creative with the new moves that you're about to make in life. Sometimes it's like, for example, let's actually use myself as an example. My mind's going, I'm having fun. All right, we're having fun. But for example, there was a time like when I was going through like the heat of my depression, like when I lived in North Carolina and stuff, basketball used to be my outlet because that was just the thing I was good at. That was my first love. So whenever I was feeling some type of way, I would go play basketball. But I was so depressed, so sad, so off of my game, I'd be blowing wide open layups. I'd be shooting a 3-pointer. I'd be like at the 3-pointer because I was always a shooter. I was at the 3-pointer, but I would just pass up the shot because I didn't believe in myself. And I'm like, why can't I make shots anymore? Why can't I do this? Yes, you can get in the gym, but sometimes the stuff is outside of the realm of that you're trying to excel in. Sometimes I need to go back home and do some shadow work, do some therapy, read some self-help books, you know what I'm saying? And now that I'm at the point that I'm, feeling myself, loving myself, and I'm confident, I can pick up a ball, and I'm still not the best. I mean, I'm 31. Some of you traveling ass people, the new generation of y'all be traveling y'all asses off in the new basketball. It's a gather step. You are walking from half court to the hoop without dribbling, and you're justifying it. The game is different. But nevertheless, I can still pick up the ball and shoot that thing with confidence and know that I can shoot at least 72% from the field. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I got that confidence in me. I did what I had to do. I didn't let the obstacle, the lemon of depression stop me. Now, don't get me wrong, it beat my ass for a few years. But now that we're here, we're doing a lot better. So when life gives you lemons, when life gives you obstacles, make lemonade out of it. Make the best out of a situation. Even if it's like something serious, like a death in the family or something like that. Oh my gosh, it's hard, it's bad. Wow, this sucks. And of course, feel your emotions. I ain't telling you to move on too quick. Sit with your emotions. Grieve properly, take your time, do it in the healthiest way possible, But when you can sit back and reflect and that wave of sadness, that wave of grief subsides, you can be like, damn, but they did live a good life. And they lived a life that made me want to cry when they was gone. They did it good. And you can just take that life lesson away. This person's death is no longer saddening to you. It's a reflection, and then you can still extract all the little lessons that person taught you throughout your life. It's stuff like that, man. But y'all get the gist. Till the next one.